After a very slow news weekend from the Chicago Blackhawks, today, Monday, we received many updates from players on this team, such as Connor Bedard and Andreas Athanasiou, as well as a potential trade that would be very crazy if the Blackhawks ended up doing, but I've been seeing a lot of, and I want to talk about it with you guys. So before we get into all of this breaking news, or not breaking news, major news, I guess you could say, for the Blackhawks, we notice that 83% of you guys watching right now are not subscribed to the channel, so if you want to hit that sub button and get all of your Chicago Blackhawks news in one spot, you're here, make sure to hit the sub button. It means a lot to us. The sport's been absolutely phenomenal lately, and make sure to join on the road to Macklin Celebrini. But like I said, I'm going to start this one off here with, a crazy Bedard opportunity situation that happened today. They had a team practice today, no game tonight, Monday. They're playing tomorrow night. But Connor Bedard, 7 days after his surgery on his broken jaw from a hit from Brendan Smith, he is back on the ice practicing. Now, he's not in a practice jersey, he's in a no-contact jersey, but this is still absolutely insane. He was wearing a full face shield. He has some rules, though, that we're going to be touching on that he is not allowed to do per Luke Richardson. But for those of you who may not know, if you recognize Connor Bedard with the full face shield, this is something special. Happens in the World Juniors with Team Canada. He wore the full bubble on his helmet because he wasn't old enough to wear a visor there. But special things came from this kid while he was wearing a bubble. And if he does end up wearing this, coming back to the Chicago Blackhawks, I'm going to assume before the 6 to 8 weeks, we're going to see some absolutely insane things from him. But like I said, there's more things that we have to touch on here, especially from Luke Richardson. This is what he said on Connor Bedard skating. He's been begging. They said it's okay, but he's been given specific instructions. He's not allowed to take slap shots. He's not allowed to clench. He's not allowed to clench his jaw. So if they see that, they may pull the rug from underneath him. Now, this is only fair, obviously. There's only so many things you can do 7 days after having surgery to repair a broken jaw. There's many things that could aggravate something, irritate some things. So he got to take it easy. I'm hoping he takes it easy, because we need this kid back as soon as possible. Another bit of news from this whole Bedard situation here from Charlie Roumeliotis once again. This is what Luke Richardson said on if there was a change to his timeline. He said, no, there's no timeline change. 6 to 8 weeks is still their initial thought, but he says, personally, I think it's going to be earlier, but that will be up to the doctors. Now, this is what a lot of people have been thinking. 6 to 8 weeks is a long time for a broken jaw, But once again, we've discussed it. We've been talking about everything with this this Bedard injury. Take your time with it. We've said it with every Blackhawks injury. You take your time. You don't want to rush anybody back, even though he's the face of your franchise at the moment, and you want him back as soon as possible. You can't rush it though, just in case anything happens. No, you don't know when a puck might come up and hit you in the face, a hit come in to the direction of your head. It's just too much of a risk to rush anything back. So hopefully he will be back earlier than expected, like Luke Richardson said, because that would be absolutely fantastic. But we have another bit of an update here from the Blackhawks, and this is a crazy trade rumor that I'm going to say. Rumour with a very large grain of salt. This is going to be a bit of a one that we're going to discuss here, and I want you guys to put your input in the comments below. I'll explain my thought behind it, but I want to see what you guys think as well. This is not going to be the trade. This is not the trade that could happen with this, but I've been seeing a lot of Ilya Samsonov to the Chicago Blackhawks before the trade deadline, at the trade deadline, and I really don't know about this. Initial thoughts, Ilya Samsonov has had a very difficult season. He's been struggling a lot this season. Went down to the AHL, hasn't played a game there, but he was there to, be in the practices, fix what's wrong with his system and everything. And he's coming back to the Toronto Maple Leafs now, and we're gonna see what his training and stuff in the AHL did to see if this brought him back to normal, what he was like on the Washington Capitals and the Toronto Maple Leafs before this season, because he was solid. There's no point in saying that he wasn't, because he was pretty good. He did the job, did what needed to be done, but he's still not a number one goaltender. He's kind of a stopgap goalie for if the Blackhawks do get him. But a lot of people have been saying, trade Samsonov to the Blackhawks. I guess it is somewhere where he can revamp his career, similar to what Petr Mrazek did. Was pretty, in a pretty unfortunate spot before the Blackhawks. Quoted from himself saying that this team reimagined himself and put him where he is today. And we know how good he's been so far, being on many other teams' trade bait list at the trade deadline. But Samsonov has been the highlight of many trades similar to this that I've seen. And a lot of those come with a first or second round pick. Now, we know Kyle Davidson said he won't be very active, but I think if, Jason Dickinson, who is on the final year of his deal, someone they want to re-sign per Kyle Davidson, saying that those are the guys you're going to go out after, in free agency. So it's probably easier to just re-sign him than trade him, try and re-sign him again after. And Connor Murphy, guys like that, Connor Murphy's making a lot of money. But if you can get a first-round pick or a second-round pick even, along with Samsonov for something that, you might not get back. Just say Tyler Johnson. This is another great example, although he's making a nice bit of money. He's on the final year of his deal, which the Blackhawks can retain 50%. This is maybe something the Toronto Maple Leafs are interested in. They need the offense more than they already have. They've been struggling as of late. As many goals as they can get, they'll be good with. So, if they're looking for anybody similar to that, that trade makes sense because Jason Dickinson playing insane this year and Connor Murphy is a solid defenseman. But the Blackhawks may be interested in more so the pick than the player. I think the player comes into this deal as, just trying to get rid of him if he does continue to suck, per se, for the Maple Leafs. But I want to know what you guys think about it. I don't really think the Blackhawks should go out of their way to do this or even initiate something like this. I think if the offer comes to it, you give it a thought, but that's about it. I really don't think there's much more that you should do on this type of deal. But we've got one more final bit of news here today, and this is an update injury on Andreas Athanasiou. This came as well from Charlie Roumeliotis today from the practice where Bedard was on the ice once again. Ben Pope. He said Andreas Athanasiou had a procedure on his groin a little while back. Luke Richardson said he went to the same doctor who helped him when he had a groin issue, just on the other side while playing in LA in the 2021-2022 season. Once again, Andreas Athanasiou, we've said it enough times that I don't think I need to say it again. You don't rush him back, but I think Andreas Athanasiou might be shut down for the season. I think the All-Star break's going to help him a lot, maybe come back after that, but a procedure not too long ago on a groin issue somewhere where, is crucial to the game of hockey, where you're moving your feet and everything and, you're powering your legs to take a shot and everything. It's just, I think, too much of a risk right now to rush him back. Might as well be, let it fully heal. The guy is, I hate to say it, but he's a Band-Aid. He really is. He gets injured a lot, and it's quite unfortunate, but if he can, make his way back eventually, it is just, it's more of a setback from what we've known originally from today. But Andreas Athanasiou, one of the great players they brought into, help Connor Bedard out again. He's been out for a long, long time, and they just can't get any luck with their injuries. But it's something that hopefully he can come back from sooner rather than later. Help it out. Hope maybe he comes back around the same time as Connor Bedard. That would be, a nice surprise, I guess you could say. But it is a major setback from what we originally thought. We thought it was going to be, nothing too long, hopefully, but it ended up being a long time and still much more to go before this injury gets healed up. So that's all I got for this video, but let me know in the comments below what you think about a potential Ilya Samsonov acquisition by the Chicago Blackhawks. I think it's something that would need to be thought about. It is kind of it's a trade is the best way to say it. It's a trade that nothing really comes from unless there is a pick involved. I think Jason Dickinson would be a good return for the first round pick included, but obviously that's not the trade we're basing it on. It's just the Samsonov being in many deals. That's from Cap Friendly Armchair GM. If you guys want to check it out, very good idea to come up with trades, see what other people in the community are thinking. But, that's all I got for this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to give it a like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you do want to see all of the Chicago Blackhawks news as it happens right here at Rinkside Digest. But that's it. I'm signing out. See you later.